Namaskaram. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Also, a little bit threatening because the very concept of talking the walk, have I run, have I fumbled or fallen or wobbled, I'm a little bit confused. Though being happy, the claim of talking the walk is a bit too much. Maybe an effort to walk the talk is always inspirational. It is easy. But to say that I have walked and hence I am talking is a bit too much. All the same, I am grateful for this platform. I really appreciate and salute MaxEd for this thinking, this innovation. I am really happy to be here because the previous speaker, Mr. Suraj, happens to be our student, though I have not literally taught him. I was a teacher when he was a student. So there is a saying in our country, Shishya Putra Parajaya, that it is a matter of honor to be defeated by your student or your son. So I feel really humbled and inspired and proud to have listened to Suraj. And also thrilled. I knew he'd been doing all these things. We were at least at some point of time kind of collaborators. But then to listen to him is a matter of great pride. Maybe the area in which I would like to speak is also more or less similar. Not exactly that, that is more concrete and more practical. There's a story, or the end of the story is a prayer. My Guru has taught me that story. And the prayer is that, as Suraj rightly pointed out, instead of blaming the darkness, switch on the light or turn on the light. Here the prayer was that instead of blaming the world, let me change the world beginning with me. Way back in 1983, I was traveling after a 3-year gap. I went from this place, Kerala, to Uttar Pradesh for a 3-year training, and I had no contact with Kerala at all, other than infrequent letters to my family. So after 3 years, I was coming back by train. And till then I cursed rain. I didn't like rain. Rain was a kind of curse to me. And it was in 1983, and as I reached Palakkad border, I was really shocked to see the drastic changes that was happening to our state. The coconuts were drooping and they were drying, and it was a very serious drought. I realized that there are differences in perspectives, and what we take for granted are not always there, especially rain, water, the land, the soil. These things have implications beyond our typical understandings. So since then I have never blamed rain. I started enjoying rain. Any rain, any time, even though sometimes we feel that it is a curse, I have always deemed as a blessing. So there was one beginning. Then in 1992, we were introduced to the threats facing the earth thanks to the 1992 Rio Summit, Earth Summit. I was learning theology at the time in Bangalore, and then we had an altogether different take on our theology. It became a more environmentally oriented theology. So we began to think about eco-theology. And since then, it has always been a matter of concern, as Suraj rightly pointed out, a matter of concern to me that we need to think in tune with the earth, with the planet, with the water and soil on which we live, move, and on which we depend.